Shan is a certified sex educator and sexologist.
She has over 40 million YouTube streams and is a best-selling author.
We are with Shan Boudram.
I want to know who I'm laying next to every night. That terrifies me.
Yet that's majority of people.
Oh my God, that's terrifying.
It's not. It's just realistic.
I'm thriving in my career because I focus on it. I'm thriving in my purpose and I'm building this app and I'm putting all my money here. I just hone myself and drown myself in my career. I don't focus on my love life.
You do focus on your love life.
Okay, tell me.
You focus on your lack of love life.
Come on.
Who in your life do you think that you might secretly, we could talk a year from now that you might... That just might be the one.
No one.
You don't think that there's a secret one?
Actually, I just thought of one.
Let's try this again.
All right, you guys, welcome back to another episode of Let's Try This Again. I am your host, B Simone. If it is a Monday and you are listening, it's probably because the audio just dropped. Audio drops every Monday and the visual drops every Tuesday. If you're looking at us, I look like a bum and my guest looks a bomb as heck, okay? I threw on a hat. Baby, this wig is lifting. I got on a t-shirt. I'm just chilling with my blanket on and I'm just cozy. And she over here looking like she on the Oprah show. Just beautiful. She is so gorgeous. Vibrant colors. Y'all know my girl, Shan.
Thank you. Better than the Oprah show. I'm on your show. Oh. And this will probably air a long time from now, but I really don't care because this compliment is evergreen. You looked the best out of anyone last night.
Oh,
period.
My God.
Your look was so phenomenal. And after we had you on my podcast,
wow,
you left and Jared was like, that is one of the most fascinating women that I've ever listened to before. And when I watch you and watch your evolution, you're so fascinating. You're never going to get boring. You're always going to have a career. You're going to have the life and the love life of your dreams because you're unstoppable and you can constantly reinvent yourself. So when I saw you last night, I was blown away. And I know I've kind of seen versions of that version of you, but you just like brought everything full circle last night. You looked fucking phenomenal.
If y'all know I love language as source of affirmation.
Did you feel like you looked the best out of anybody?
I felt like a freaking queen. I felt, first of all, thank you. And I want to go back to fascinating. Like, what does that mean? You're like, I'm so fascinating. What does that even mean? What is fascinating? Like,
I think that just means like transfixed,
wow,
seduced, intrigued.
She got
like
me crying, y'all.
I want more.
Wow.
You're so fascinating.
Thank you.
The look was incredible.
I felt great at the BET Awards. And somebody was like, you look phenomenal. I was like, more than that, I feel great.
Yeah.
The outfit, you could have on sweatpants, but if you feel like you're that girl, if you feel confident, there were so many days in my life where I had to fake the confidence till I made it. Fake it till you make it. Smile. You're here. The mic's on. The camera's on. You have to be, this is not only your job, but it's your purpose. This is what you signed up for. I know you were just crying. I remember walking to the stage at a Martin Lawrence show. He's announcing me. Up next, we have B Simone. And I'm weeping. I'm crying, wiping my tears, and I get on stage and I'm just like, all right, I'm up. I got to do stand up. So the faking it till I make it last night was over for me. Mm-hmm. I was like, this is real. I'm really happy. I really feel beautiful. I'm really confident. I'm bold. I looked every single interviewer in their eye. You know, when you're not confident or you're in your head or you don't feel, you looking down, you looking around, how am I going to get away? I'm anxiety. I just was so bold and it exuded. And it just feels good that you acknowledge that.
When I actually hate the fake it till you make it advice.
Yeah.
Because it's a version of force it till it fits. And you have made yourself. Like you've taken that time, you've made yourself. You didn't look like you put on an outfit yesterday. You look like you stepped into yourself.
Wow.
And it was so, like, you know when you see somebody in a great outfit that doesn't match them?
Yeah.
And you're like, who's the stylist?
Who is this? Yeah.
Who's the stylist behind this? Where's the team? Because that's not you. I actually felt like you picked that.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, it felt like you picked it.
Yes.
Like you have impeccable taste.
Of course, I did have a stylist, but we worked on it together and we put all these things together and he sketched it out. I was like, that's it. Like, we have to have the ruffles. The designer tried to take the ruffles off. I was like, we have to keep that. Yeah, it was definitely a vision, like our vision, team effort. So yeah, it felt great.
Let's nerd out for just a second because it was the hair, it was nails, it was makeup. Like, who was the architect for that vision?
Me, I would say I'm not going to take the credit. It was me and my stylist D. So we worked together. I was like, I want to feel different. I want to be more bold. I was like, I can't do something I've ever done. I knew I wanted red. I knew I wanted pops of red. I knew I wanted a red lip. Like, I wanted the Hollywood glam, but he sketched out the outfit in the ruffles. I was like, we have to keep the ruffles. There was buttons. We have to take the buttons off. It was very low cut. Pull the cut up. It was like the boobs were out. He was like, we're going to have to use tape. I said, no, we have to shut it a little bit. Like, I don't want my titties out. I already got a little leg out. So it was I was meticulous and intentional with it. So thank you.
Yes.
Thank you,
Fire.
Fred.
Yes. Yes. And then here we are the very next day.
Yeah.
Got you a sexy cameraman.
Right? Isn't
Beautiful
he handsome?
home.
Yes.
Yeah.
In LA, I feel great. The sun is shining. I've done like 5-6 episodes. I think I'm doing 7 total. I'm on a high. I feel great and productive. My friend last night was like, you're leaving the awards and going to pod. I said, y'all saw them Icon Awards? They wasn't honoring me. I got to get my Icon Award in 10 years. We got work to do. I ain't going to no after party, no Jamie Foxx, no. I'm going to pod. So I podded last night too.
Wow.
Yeah, I was drained. I podded in my red carpet outfit.
Who'd you pod with?
My best friend.
Okay.
So we did
Yeah,
like a recap and just like our friendship and where we are and just, LA and all the things. But yeah, it was great.
So you could have potted today with that. I thought it was Kevin Hart you potted with. That's
No,
real
I
devotion.
wish.
Yeah, it could have been. Wow, that's phenomenal. Congratulations.
Yes, thank you, baby, for that. For starting off with that. That just made my day. Oh my God. Oh.
Now I'll say the caveat. I didn't look at everybody's outfit.
Right. She's like, but you were the best that I saw.
You were the best that I saw by far. Actually, literally by far.
Oh, thank
I
you.
think that it was like, this is me showing how much I'm not in the know, but I feel like you could have been the Met Gala with that.
Stop.
Don't you think so?
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, I think so.
You stop.
That's how I felt.
Okay.
In my unprofessional opinion, I thought that it was best in show.
Oh, thank you. It was a great show. I feel great. And I'm even happier that you're here. Thank you for showing up.
There we go.
You're
Here
so cool. You're a great, y'all. Shan, first of all, I was on her podcast and it's not Lovers and Friends anymore. I'm sorry.
Just Lovers.
Just Lovers. Change it to Lovers. She's been potting for so long and just your articulation. I told you this on your podcast. Your confidence. I think you're a phenomenal interviewer. I think you are so bold in your opinion on things. And I love seeing women of color do that because there have been times in my life where it's a gift and a curse for me. I battle with it. I have so much duality. Oh, well, I can see that. Well, I can see that. And you be like, oh, okay. But yeah, da-da-da-da-da. Or yeah, I get it. But da-da-da-da-da. Like you're so bold in your opinion. I admire that. You challenge people.
Yes.
I'm not good
you.
at that yet.
I thank you for that. And I also am smiling because last time you empowered me with the exact same sentiment. And I was like, well, I'm going to say it then. I don't think God cares if you have sex before marriage. And that was like a huge debate actually in the comment section of like, how could you?
Yeah.
And I was like, because B Simone empowered me to stand in my decision, to stand in my, into my opinion, which is all that it is. So thank you for that. And thank you for encouraging that out of me. We had such a beautiful discussion that I think what people loved about it was how different we were on our viewpoints, but how respectful we were
100%.
and how there was like a love and just a shared acknowledgement of each other's rightness, even though we both thought that neither one's opinion was necessarily right for the other. Yeah.
I love that. It was just a healthy conversation. I think there should be more dialogue like that. You don't have to agree with everybody, but brimstoning and you're going to hell and that's not helping either.
Right.
Nobody wants to hear that. So I loved our conversation. The interview did so well.
Yes.
People loved it.
Yes.
They still send me clips from it.
No.
So y'all go check it out, please. Go to her YouTube. Go listen on all the audio platforms. We did an episode on her platform and she had me on there, invited me over, and it was beautiful. It was a beautiful conversation.
Simply has launched a new prebiotic soda. Simply Pop, the new juicy soda. There are 5 flavors, you guys. Pineapple mango, lime strawberry, citrus punch, and fruit punch. Made with real fruit juice. Simply Pop supports gut health with 6 grams of prebiotic fiber, no added sugar, and is sweetened with juices monk fruit extract. Supports immune health with zinc and vitamin C. Simply Pop is flavor that pops. See what the fizz is all about. Simply Pop is the juicy new soda that happens when you combine the delicious real fruit flavors of Simply with 6 grams of prebiotic fiber to support gut health. That's why Simply Pop contains the same real fruit flavors you know and love. And no added sugar makes for a soda that even a juice would drink. I personally love their strawberry and lime flavors because they are just so refreshing. And when you add 6 grams of prebiotic fiber to support gut health, come on now. For flavors that pop, let's try this again. Choose a Simply Pop. Go to cokeurl.com/simplypop to find out where you can try it.
But I wanted to bring you on Let's Try This Again so I can try this again. I'm always trying, love. But am I really trying? I don't think I am. I'm not putting myself out there. She is a professional. And can you just tell them who you are?
I am a ASEX certified sex educator and an ABS certified sexologist with a master's in psychology who has been talking about sex, love, and relationships for the past 20 years. And I do it because I learn something new every single day. So I know that it's never a thing that you master. It's a joyful vocation that you devote yourself to that pours and gives back in every area of your life. And I'm a testament to that. I literally have a fucking incredible life. Like end to end, maybe not end to end. My finances are kind of iffy, but I also know if I put the effort in, that could change too.
100%.
So I'm not putting the effort in.
And it's coming.
There. But is it though?
It is.
I'm
It
really
is.
not going to try.
It's coming.
I know, but
You're
really
lit.
not.
Stop.
I'm just going to have a checking and savings account. That's really what it's going to be from now until the end of time. But I genuinely believe that devoting myself to this area of my life and learning about pleasure and freedom and authenticity and connection and intimacy has just given me a life worth living. And so I see it as my job to empower other people to become their own expert.
Yeah.
And I am there to provide tools and shortcuts and cheat sheets, but ultimately it is you who is the expert of your own love
Yeah.
life. It is you who is the expert of your own intimate life and your own
Yeah.
intimate destiny.
Yeah.
I'm actually so happy to hear you say, I'm looking for love, but actually am I?
Seriously.
Yeah.
Because I have this conversation all the time and I'm like, no, as I'm thriving in my career because I focus on it. I'm thriving in my purpose and I'm building this app and I'm putting all my money here. I just hone myself and drown myself in my career. I don't focus on my love life. I don't feel like I put myself out there. I don't feel like
You do focus on your love life.
Okay, tell me.
You focus on your lack of love life.
Come on.
But you do that because it works algorithmically. But that algorithm is also what you're sharing out into the world. I had this aha recently, actually, because people who know me from YouTube might know this about me. I used to be like stamped as the crier. I stayed crying on YouTube. I stayed and I shared the worst parts of myself. I got chlamydia, talked about it, made a video. Ooh,
I love that.
A nice, 500,000
I'm
views.
like, look at me. I
love that.
I do.
It got roasted on something. Oh, I'm going to put that out there. Somebody discredited me. I'm going to make a big video about it. And I did it because it performed really well. If I went through a hard time in my love life or a hard time even in my marriage, actually, this is like the last time that I did it. I have a particular deal where I have to do 2 videos a month for a certain company. And I was like, you know what? Like we have to, it's always kind of a last minute thing. I've had this deal for years. And the end of last summer came. We had our kids home for 6 weeks. Our kids were 1 and 3 years old. Okay. So 6 weeks, we're working full time. We have our kids with us. We lost our full-time employee, which was Jared's brother, who used to help us with like cleaning, managing the house, whatever. So it was just me and Jared managing our business. Our kids are home constantly. And at the end of those 6 weeks, after like, oh my gosh, so many fights. Of course, we're so
Chaos.
strapped in. I'm
Yeah.
like, let's film a YouTube video. This shit's going to perform. We have so much to talk about. And it's also relatable. There's still some truth in there. There's so much truth in there. Let's talk about, this time that we've gone through and how difficult it is. And I'm like, we put it out. And lo and behold, it was the most viewed video that I put out all of last year on YouTube, on my YouTube channel in Specificity. And the comment section was so cruel. And I couldn't blame them, right? There's a part of it too. I put that out there because I knew I would get the attention from it. I knew it was a negative time that would stir that kind of controversy.
Wow.
And also it was like, this is like actually like 2% of my life.
Wow.
And now, according to the algorithm, because the most people watch this, that's what they see as 100% of my life. And that's not even accurate to what I experience. And I'm doing a disservice to the people watching it of misrepresenting what a full and amazing life I have, and also misrepresenting my relationship to try to kind of get on this bandwagon of what I think people want to see. So when I look at you, you have such a full and beautiful and rich life. You are so smart. You are so clear about what you want. You're so knowledgeable. You've gained so many tools. You've had enough experts on here. I think it just works for you to talk about what's not working. But if you just embraced your fate is you're going to have it. Whatever
And
it
that's
is.
it.
That's it. You really are. You don't have to
Wow.
stress. You don't have to do
Wow.
exercises. Like you really are going to have it. And I think if you even walked in the world with that mindset, because you do what a lot of people don't do, a lot of people who don't live need to strategically date. And in life, there isn't an easy way. There's a choose your hard. So there's not a, okay, online dating is easy and meeting people in real life is the hard way. It's like if you're naturally aligned to meet people online, then that's the hard that you're more suited for. But neither one is technically easier. It's just choose your hard. So if you're somebody who doesn't go out, you're a homebody, you don't like talking to people. Well, not always, because your work is social.
For sure. You're right.
But if you're always working at home on your computer at your work from home, destination, and you're a coder, then you have to learn how to online date. Yeah. You have to physically learn how to talk to people, how to connect with people, how to seduce, how to attract, because you're not learning those skills just naturally.
Seduce?
Yeah, but you know how to do that already.
Do I?
What if you're doing red carpet and somebody's walking by you? How do you make sure you grab that attention when there's 50 other people?
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you're in a room.
I did it. Yeah, I did it at the BT Awards. I was seducing.
Right? It's drawing people in and having them walk away with a lingering impression. So the next time that you see them, you don't even have to work hard. Wow. Because that memory is still there. Okay. So all of those skills that you already have, a lot of people who don't have them, I would give the advice of get a dating coach and
help.
You get, but I feel like you're perfectly suited. The only thing I would probably say to you is just embracing your fate and then telling people, hey, I'm single. Yeah. Do you have somebody for me? Somebody great.
Do you? Okay. Would you think about me if you thought about
100%?
Okay.
1000%. I don't even know anybody who's worthy of you because I know your prayer. So I need somebody who's God-fearing, that's a big, central focal point for you. Somebody who not only wants to achieve greatness in the world, but wants to achieve greatness in the name of Jesus Christ. Yeah. So I don't know that person because I don't go to church.
Okay. But he could be out here somewhere.
Maybe
Hello.
He does.
Where you at, baby?
Maybe it's you.
My husband could be watching this. I love you. Okay, so man, I could listen to you talk all day. I feel like I'm in therapy when I talk to you.
I don't really, I guess so.
It's like a healthy thing. Like, obviously you're not my therapist, but I feel like I'm getting tools. And that's all therapy is. It makes me think. That's it. You make me think.
I hope I just empower you to know that you already have the tools.
That's it.
You already have everything.
That's it.
I don't have anything new for you. There's new things on my website for anybody else.
But
I have the resource there. But I think for you already have done so much incredible work. And again, just seeing you yesterday and last night was just such a was such a powerful reminder of your power. And it was just like, wow, you really might be a once in a lifetime human being.
You're nuts.
I really do think that. Mm-hmm.
Shan.
I really do.
You can't just tell me that.
I don't know you that well. That's why I'm kind of saying it trepidation.
I'm just making sure. I received that. No, I am. Wow. Man, that's deep. I cannot wait to rewatch this episode. I'm going to put this episode on my vision board. How do you do that? I'm just going to write down all the quotes you said.
I told you, checking and savings. I know what I know, and I don't know the rest. So I actually don't know how to tech savvy that part for you.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Asking for support is always helpful and definitely helps your mental health. There is such a stigma around men's mental health, and I'm here to tell you that getting help and speaking up is true power and strength. It doesn't make you weak. Men today face immense pressure to perform, provide, and keep it all together. So it's no wonder that 6 million men in the U.S. suffer from depression every year, and it's often undiagnosed. It's okay to struggle. Real strength comes from opening up about what you're carrying and doing something about it so you can be your best self for you and everyone in your life. If you're a man and you're feeling the weight of the world, talk to someone, a friend, a loved one, a therapist. Therapy has helped me so much over the past 3 years. It's helped me grow as a person and really peel back the layers of who I truly am and what I need to work on. The best part about BetterHelp is that they are fully online, making therapy affordable and and super convenient, serving over 5 million people worldwide. They have over 30,000 credentialed therapists with a wide range of specialties. And it's easy to switch therapists anytime at no extra cost. As the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. Talk it out with BetterHelp. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at BetterHelp.com/BSimonePod. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/BSimonePod.
Y'all see, she is amazing. Her articulation of her experience in life and what she knows is just phenomenal to me. But you sent me this, which is on your is this on your website?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
This is so cool. This romantic wish list. How do we do that? Can we do that live for the people?
Yes.
You have to walk me through this.
So I did this when I was single, and it's based on a book called The Science of Happily Ever After by Dr. Tai Tashiro. And I read that book, and I also read Datanomics. And Datanomics essentially was this New York Times economics writer who was like, all my friends are struggling to find somebody. Let me just crunch the numbers for them.
Okay.
And
wait, what is that? What's crunch the numbers?
Like, let me objectively look at how hard it is to find a partner, city by city.
Got it.
So if you're in New York, and this is an outdated stat because this is from like 2019. But in New York, at the time that writer did what he did, for every 4 single straight men who were available, there was 10 women. My stats aren't good. Let's just look this up. But It was like, it may have been 1 to 4, or it may even been 1 to 10. But essentially what that's saying is that when you're like looking for something, you should know how hard it is to find.
Wow.
In order to justify, and especially when you're making your list, you're going to make a list of 50 things when the truth of the matter is, to find somebody with straight teeth who's not your cousin who lives close to you, you have a 15% chance already.
Right.
So you start adding 6 feet, 6 figures, kind, God-fearing. We're talking about decimal 5 people. Like, you have to hope somebody moves into your town. Wow. And so having a realistic picture of how likely it is to get what you want based on your list, I think those 2 things combined are a really important dating strategy that I'm really grateful that I took on. So in this activity, I just kind of truncated that and gave people the first step of clearly identifying what it is that they're looking for. And in the book, they said that people should look for no more than 3 things. One, that's because your brain can't hold more than 3 to 5 bits of information. And 2, if your list becomes too long, then you don't know what to prioritize. Like when you go to the grocery store and you're like, I need eggs, milk, cheese, scones, like a little charcuterie moment. Oh, I might get a snack. Then next thing you know, you leave with like milk and a snack.
For sure.
And you didn't have, there's no meat, there's no vegetables, but your list was too long. You didn't have it clear. And then you got sidetracked when you were there. So a short list allows you to know what to hyper focus on when you're connecting with people and to weed people out. Because the truth of the matter is, you're not looking for the best of the bunch. You're looking for the best for the role.
Okay.
So the best romantic partner and the best romantic partner for you can be drastically different individuals. Because if you are a mother, or you want to be a mom, or you're a business owner who needs to work on the weekends, whatever it is, these are specifics that are really important. So even if somebody is perfect on paper, they actually don't really fit with your life.
For you.
Yes. So this list forces you to really examine your life and to pick the best for the role. And the role is to be your lover, to love you. Not just someone that you can love. Because there's a lot of people that you can love.
I done loved a lot of people. And it's like, you was not best for me.
Yeah.
That is wild.
There's a lot of people that I could love. Not a lot of people I could genuinely love me and complement a life that I know that I would love, and vice versa. Like, I know without a shadow of a doubt, my husband, bar none, the absolute perfect fit for me.
How long have y'all been together?
10 years. That's so crazy to say.
How long did y'all date before y'all got married?
So we started having sex in 2015.
I love that. Okay.
We moved in together in 2016, and then we got married in 2018.
Wow.
Yeah.
When y'all first started having sex, were y'all together?
No.
Or it was just fun? You were having fun?
Yeah, I was on the fritz of deportation. I had just come out of a long-term
to
Canada. It's not very dramatic.
I'm going to Canada this weekend. I was like, where to? Are you going back to Brazil?
Right.
No.
Well, my visa wasn't it was just in a weird state. I wasn't able to legally work in the country, and I had just come out of a long-term relationship that was really toxic, really unhealthy. I'd never felt so qualified to answer the question of what are your weaknesses. was just like such a reminder of how not enough that I was. And so I was like, I cannot get into a relationship from this standpoint.
What made you walk away from that relationship?
Oh man, I literally caught him live sexting with another girl while he was in my apartment. So I joined in because when someone's on their phone and you can get to the computer. So I got the computer using the phone. So I was like, oh, sounds like a steamy conversation. What's going on, guys? And that was like the 8th person that I had figured out. So it's just like, it was a manipulative cycle. It was all the things that many of us have unfortunately experienced. And with love bombing and the right time, wrong person sort of combination, and then a lot of tactics to keep your self-confidence low so that you wouldn't go anywhere else. And then you get into the slot machine effect where you're like, oh my God, like I've already invested so much. I know the jackpot is coming. And if not me, then somebody else is going to come put one quarter in and get everything that I've worked so hard for. So I stayed in it for a lot longer than I should have, but that was the last straw. And then a month later, I invited Jared over to my place and had sex and haven't looked back since.
A month later. Here's my question. I want to go back to, you said a lack of, how did you rebuild your confidence when you lost it so much in that relationship? Like how did you rebuild it? You seem so confident today. I mean, of course, this was a decade ago, but I'm just saying, like, today you walk with so much confidence. Like, for a woman to be that broken down and in that type of toxic environment, there's so many women that listen to your podcast and mine. I hear it every single day. They're literally in it or trying to get out of it. How do you rebuild that confidence in knowing who you are and loving yourself? And because there has to be a part of you that allowed certain things because maybe there was a lack of self-love or you weren't fully evolved yet. And that's why you walked away, because there was a shift. There was an evolution there that allowed you to say enough is enough. How did you rebuild that confidence?
I'm nodding because I'm trying not to answer that question in a scholastic way or like a heady way. Like I'm trying to feel my way into that, and then also like feel for that version of me and feel for anybody who's in that space. It's really dark and hollow and hopeless space to be. I think that it was just love. But what I think is such an unfortunate truth is that in Sanskrit, for example, there's 80 words to describe love. In the English language, we have 1. And so it wasn't romantic love. It was just love. Love of my family, love from friends, love for other people, like actually turning my own self-hatred and self-judgment into acceptance and reverie and appreciation for others. Like just looking at people every day, kind of what you just even said. Like I remember just going out, like looking at people being like, life is good. A lot of other people have figured this thing out. Like there's so many great examples of the goodness of human, of the powers of humanity. I think even during that relationship, I became very pessimistic and negative about humans in general. I think I would have identified with saying I hate people. And I had to love people again. And through that, loving myself. And then through that, loving my family, loving friends, building a life again. And then I think when I did that, I had the capacity to even look up and consider what would it be like to share myself in that intimate way again. But that took a while. Like I said that like I started having sex with Jared a month later because I had seen him a year before, but I was still in that long distance relationship. And when I saw him, when I tell you, when they say when you know,
you're lying.
I didn't know.
Oh,
not at all.
Look at me. Stop it.
No,
My
because when I saw him, I was like, oh my gosh, that guy would be the perfect revenge fuck.
Oh.
Like that's
you weren't like, that's my husband.
That was not my husband.
Okay.
That was definitely a revenge fuck. Like,
okay.
It was just going to be that. Like my ex would find out that I had sex with a super hot, cool LA guy and he'd just be livid.
Would be mad.
Right. And then eventually I'd marry some doctor or some, you know what I mean? Like, but this guy would be like that central piece. And that's just really how I treated him for the first 8 months.
How did he feel about you for the first 8 months?
I think kind of the same.
Okay.
I actually didn't even know that I loved him until he told me that he loved me. I didn't even let myself think of it or consider him in that way.
Wow.
I knew, but I had embraced my fate. You know, I knew that eventually I would find my person, and I was joyfully connecting. And so when it was presented to me, I was open to it because I knew I was deserving of it, but I just never really tuned in that particular way.
Wow. Wow. Oh my God.
Who in your life do you think that you might secretly, you know, we could talk a year from now that you might,
that I might what?
that just might be the one.
No one.
You don't think that there's a secret one?
Like that I know?
Yeah.
No.
Do you know that 70% of relationships start off as platonic? And platonic essentially means with no real intentional thought of moving things forward. This isn't like to say pipe dreams though, because only 15% of friends with benefits turn out to be romantic partnerships. But
Literally no one. And I just said this the other day to my friend. I was like, I want more male friends. I want more male energy around me, like just men. I have a few, but not that I hang out with or spend time with or I'm on the phone with. Actually, I just thought of one. Oh my God. But I can't even say that on camera.
no, I wouldn't expect you to.
Oh my!
This is
I
only
wouldn't
for
say his
you.
name, but I know it can't. Oh, I love him.
Wouldn't that be so fascinating?
No,
if like 2
it
years
can't.
from now, it would be fascinating. That's what this moment is for. It's an Easter egg for 2027.
I can't think about that.
We can move on. We did it. The mission is complete. We completed the activity.
Oh, I love that. Wow, that is crazy. You just did that, girl. You little asshole. Okay, but how do we do this?
Okay, so
let's
take me quickly do it together.
Okay.
So in essence, this
Take me here.
Yes.
Okay.
So you're going to go
to her website, you guys.
loversbyshan.com. You go to the resource section, and then you're going to do the exercise for, how to love me. Oh, How to Love Me, such a great one too.
Is it?
How to Love Me essentially was inspired by plants. And when I first moved to LA and I was rebuilding myself, I got out of this long distance relationship, and I lived in subleases for the first 2.5 years of here. And then I broke up with this guy. I got my own first place as an adult. I was 29 years old. This is the first time in my life that my name is on a lease. And it was like a very big moment for me. And I really wanted, like, I had a vision for myself. I'm like, I'm gonna be this like plant lady. I'm gonna cook. I'm gonna just be like very in touch with myself. It's just gonna be a vibe when people come over. I'm gonna have Sonos speakers. You know, I got a projector. Yeah.
I see it.
I got a little projector and I had that playing. I was playing music. I was burning incense. I had a vision. So I got all these plants, and I had, again, this great intention for these plants, and they kept dying. And I was pissed because I would just go and drive around the world and be like, these motherfucking plants on the side of the highway
Are alive.
thriving.
Yeah.
I love you.
Yeah.
I show up for you and you die.
Yeah.
Like, excuse me? I'm providing an enclosed environment. I'm giving you music, scent. I'm massaging you and you're dying. And I was just like so pissed about it. I was cutting up bananas and putting them in there. I had fruit flies all over my apartment.
Wow.
And it just never occurred to me to like read the instructions before I purchased these plants, because it's all there for you.
And each one is different, right?
Each one is different. Each one has different needs.
Man.
And it's toxic is not a character trait. It's a reflection of the environment, right? Because within one environment, something can be toxic, but it can be integral to a different environment. And
Same with humans.
Same with humans. Even when we talk about toxic people, right? Like my ex is a toxic ex. He could be the most incredible partner with somebody else based on the environment they're able to provide him with and that dynamic. And I'm okay with that. I actually know he's not, because, but in theory, I just say that to say that my environment, which I didn't get direct sunlight, so I got a lot of indirect sunlight. And I also was living like off of a very busy street, so lots of carbon dioxide. So there are some plants that would thrive in those, but there are a lot that wouldn't.
Okay.
And I just kept buying the ones that wouldn't, because those are the ones that I was drawn to. But lo and behold, when you actually go and you read the care instructions and you're like, oh, this one wouldn't work with indirect sunlight. This one requires this kind of watering or this kind of fertilizer. And through that, there's some things you could buy, and there's some things that you just have to accept that even though it's beautiful, it just doesn't work for me at this time of my life. So you put it back, because nothing is worse than trying when you ultimately know that you could likely fail, and then you can never really try again. So I was like, wow, what if people came with this? Like, what if people came with these clear instructions for how to love them, and people could look at that and then decide, like, do I
do
have
this or not?
Yeah.
Wow. Do I have the environment for that or not? Do I have the temperament for that or not? Do I have the patience for that or not? Am I kind enough for this? Wow.
LTTA fam, y'all know I love Miami. That's like my second home, y'all. There is a Miami for everyone. There is more to Miami than expected, and there are hidden gems to be discovered. The destination abounds with world-class centers for the arts. Downtown Perez Art Museum, Miami offers global modern art, while the Institute of Contemporary Art, Miami, and the Miami Design District houses cutting-edge contemporary works. Wander through Wynwood, the Miami's official art district, with a maze of murals and displays of inspiring street art on every corner. If you're an outdoor person, there are so many outdoor activities: boating, kayaking, scuba diving, golf, tennis, even pickleball. Finally, a place everyone can agree on, whether it's thrilling outdoor adventures, relaxing beach days, or fun-filled park and pool time, Miami's outdoors offers endless excitement. But for the foodies like me, you're going to love this. In Greater Miami and Miami Beach, there is always a mouth-watering meal around the corner between Michelin-starred restaurants, food trucks, and local favorites. Miami also has such diverse communities that influence your experience. Each neighborhood has something unique to offer. Neighborhoods like Miami Beach, Wynwood, historic Overtown, Downtown, Design District, Little Haiti, Lincoln Road, Coconut Grove, Little Havana, Doral, Homestead, Coral Gables, Miami Gardens, and Miami Springs. Miami, there's a version for everyone. Visit www.findyourmiami.com.
Wow, I love that. Okay, so should we do that one?
Well, this one's long. This one is like a very long worksheet. Okay. I would love if you were. Do you have like a brief idea of like 5 things that would be on B Simone's How to Love Me list?
You know what? I actually think I have. Let me see. I think I made a list of this. Let me see.
Of course you did. Done literally all the work, all
like,
the
this
extra
is in my
care
notes somewhere. Let me see. Girl, it's in here. Maybe is it? No, it's no. I don't know where it is. It's gonna take me too long to find. Let me just think. Let me think out in real time.
You could put attachment style, love language, value system.
I would say honesty, like honest communication. Like, I love just, this is how I feel. You don't have to be perfect. I want honesty. Like, I had this conversation with my ex, God rest his soul. He passed away.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah. It's okay. He cheated on me. I talk about it publicly. I've talked about him so many times. And I was like, I'm not even mad you cheated. I'm mad that the secret part of it. Like, I'm like, of course I didn't want him to cheat on me, and I don't accept cheating. That's why we broke up. But like, we could have had a discussion before this. Like, hey babe, I'm thinking about like stepping out. I'm feeling this or what. I rather that. Like, I truly am so open. I'm open-minded, so I can listen, and the honest communication about how you're truly feeling. I want to know who I'm laying next to every night. That terrifies me. Laying next to somebody that I truly don't know. Mm-hmm. So I think,
and yet that's majority of people.
Oh my God, that's terrifying.
It's not. It's just realistic. Because we live in a world where there's so much pressure, so much opinions, masculinity, heterosexuality, all of these ideals and identities that we try to force ourselves into. A lot of people don't take the space to actually feel and figure out who they are. And doing so is terrifying. I also really empathize with how hard it is. If you have a partner, one partner who's telling you it's okay, you can tell me, but they have seen
a million before that have been not that.
They have stoned people to death, deported them,
for sure,
given them a one-way ticket to hell, and people still cheat. So I just think that it's when you're, there's not like, I'm not saying this to minimize what you experience. I'm just saying this to like provide the grace of like, why would somebody lie even when they had every opportunity to be honest? And the answer is like pretty clear.
Yeah. But do you think, you were like, well, it's pretty, like, do you think, well, you said that's 90% of people, but do you believe, I'm sure you believe this, that you can have a relationship with somebody you truly know?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think when you truly know yourself.
Okay.
But that's the work of dismantling yourself from a lot of expectations and ideals and identities that you have done that most people haven't. I haven't done it in every single way, and we all have examples of people who definitely haven't even started yet. But yeah, I mean, if your partner was like, if he would have been willing to go on that journey, that's the only way that I would say that you can trust a cheater again.
And I'm not saying, the open conversation doesn't always mean it works out or you fix it, but we have dialogue about it and try to work through it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's one of my, how to love me. You're honest with me. Mm-hmm. You love me when you're honest with me. Dang, it's like, this is hard. I don't know if I can do this in real time. Honesty, which is with communication. I would say you see me. Like that is love to me. Like you're kind with me and you see me for like, not B Simone, not this superstar that the world might think I am, or like stop. But like you're like, I see, and thank God, like who I am publicly is I built my brand. We've built our brands on who we are, honesty and vulnerability. But like you say, the world doesn't see every single aspect. I show a lot of it, but just you see me and you truly love me, like the depth of who I am. Mm-hmm. So you see me, honesty, and one more. There's probably way more than this, but you love me. I'm gonna go here. You love me when you love God. Like you submit to him first. So that's our blueprint. You can't love me correctly if there's no blueprint, I believe, of how love should be. And we follow God's way of how we should love. So you love me properly when you truly love and submit to God. Those would be like my top 3 that I can think of right now. I really want to think about this though.
Yeah.
But those.
I would say that last one, so clear and beautiful, because you just know off the top, if I don't qualify for this, then I'm going to put it back. You just want to, I would edit the second one to not be, because everybody can aspirationally say like, oh, I'm going to know you, or I'm going to be honest with you.
Okay.
So like the criteria would be, do you genuinely know yourself, and have you put the time and effort into separating yourself from identities that are important to others but don't apply to you? And if you haven't done that, and if you have not freed yourself from the expectations of your friends, of your family, of your ancestors, of what you're supposed to be in order to actually authentically be who you are, you can't see me. And if you do see me, it might even be with resentment, because it's like, well, how dare you?
Yeah.
Because you're supposed to be like this. And I'm forcing myself to be like that. So you better force yourself. Like, that's what this relationship is.
Like we have to show up like this in this box. This is what society expects. This is what our parents expect. We do this, we do that. This is how we look. We're in this. And it's just not who you truly are to your core.
Yeah. And if you're doing all that work and then you're with somebody who's not, you actually feel resentful versus appreciative of that person. Some people can be inspired by it, but some people can get a genuine like disgust. Because it's like, how dare you? Because of all the ways that I'm contorting myself to fit, the least you could do is put yourself through the same ringer. So I think asking that question, like, do you love God, right? Because then it becomes about them. Do you love God and put God at the center of all that you do? And do you do the work to dismantle yourself, to actually figure out who you are separate from others, how others see you?
And walk in your truth of who you truly are, not what you think you, or what you feel you should be.
Yeah. And I think honesty is, I want to say this in a stupid way, and we'll edit it together, but are you excited by the idea of uncomfortable and contrasting truths? Like, does the idea of not knowing, does the idea of feeling conflicted, does the idea of being confused or disoriented kind of excite you? Like, do you lean into those things? I think they excite you. I could be wrong, but I feel like you invite...
Like the mystique of it?
Just like learning parts about yourself that are uncomfortable, putting yourself in scenarios that you're not really sure you're going to feel, to see
100%
and figure it out later.
100%.
But that's the work of honesty, right?
Okay.
Because honesty isn't just moving through life through expected expectations and responding as you think you would. It's throwing yourself into the unknown
And seeing.
and authentically being honest about, okay, what am I experiencing? And then working through that and then coming out with a conclusion. So I think the only way that you know if you're honest is if you put yourself in some crazy ass scenarios and you see how you feel, and can you really be transparent about what that is? Like, can you actually own what those feelings are?
Yeah.
Even if they're ugly and uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like, that's the hard part.
That's the hard part. I just had this conversation with one of my best friends, and I spoke on this, and I'll say it again on this, but it's exactly what you're saying. The honesty of it. Like, she told me something exciting that she was so excited about. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, and I hung up the phone, and I was like, I was so convicted. I was like, I hate how I reacted to that. Like, I started to explore that. Why wasn't I overjoyed for her? Like, feels icky to me. Like, I didn't like that I wasn't excited for my friend. And I called her back instantly. I'm talking about less than 2 minutes. I was like, I am so sorry for how I reacted to the phenomenal news you just told me. And she worked with me. I'm like, I'm working this out in real time. I don't know what I'm feeling. Like, I might need you to help me, but I hate the way I felt when I hung up the phone with you. I don't feel like it was supportive. I feel like it was whatever I'm feeling is not love towards you right now. And she was like, is it jealousy? We talked it out in real, like, you know, and I figured out what it was. I was like, I'm not jealous because I don't want what you have. And then we got to the end, 30 minutes, we're talking. And this comes with honesty, like you're saying. I was like, I'm sad that I'm not doing it with you.
Oh.
I was like, I'm really, like, we used to work together before, and then that fell to the wayside because of so many things in our friendships and all these things. And I was like, I'm sad that I don't get to work with you anymore. Like, I'm happy that you're doing this, but I'm almost being selfish that we're not doing it together. Mm-hmm. So we worked through it. I didn't know what I was feeling, but once again, it's just what you're saying. To do that, you have to acknowledge it. You have to, why? Like, I kept asking myself, why did I do that? Why did I do that? Why did I do that? And we got to the root of it together. But I think I'm very good, at least in this season, with being like, okay, I felt something there, like exploring what that is.
Yes.
Like, I think that's so
And the way
healthy.
that your eyes are lighting up recounting the story because you got to the other side.
Yes.
Like that delicious desire for that. Like, that's what you require out of somebody else in order to love you.
100%. I love that. Oh, that's good. That's so good because I'm doing it myself. So you have to meet me here and you have to do it. Wow. I can't wait till we watch this. I'm learning so much.
I love
I'm
that
like,
you're
I
like,
wanna
can't
take
wait
notes,
to
but-
rewatch your own podcast.
I never rewatch my episodes.
Do you?
No, never.
Do you rewatch your own Instagram stories?
All day.
Yeah?
I rewatch my reels. I just posted that BET picture. I've been swiping all day on the same post. I'm like, what do people see? I want to see through your eyes, like the audience's eyes. I look good. I feel good. Yes. Why do we do that? Do you do that?
I do that. I
It's
do that for
nuts.
sure. Yeah, it's nuts. I actually, like, my husband does not do that. And I feel so, like, I don't know what that is. Do I feel jealous, or do I feel like,
Yeah.
do you think you're too good? Like, are you not confident enough?
Yeah. Like, what is it?
You're the weird one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a good revelation. I love that. So it's kind of like what you're working on with and in yourself and the layers you're peeling back. And the more you grow and start to see, you can require that to be loved from somebody else because you're giving yourself that love.
And there's some things that you can want for yourself that you don't need from other people. Right? Like, you could really be like, I don't require me and my partner to have the same sense of humor. I don't. And we don't. We don't.
It's really different.
It's just like, every time he's like, oh, watch this video, I'm like, oh, I'm not going to find this.
This is not funny to me.
Yeah. But like my sister, who's like my other like deep love, like, there are two people in this world who I know me inside and out and love me inside and out. And that is my husband and my sister. Hopefully my kids one day. But my husband and my sister is my other person. We have the exact same sense of humor. So like, I already get that from somewhere else. I don't require that from my romantic partner.
You're getting fed from somewhere
Yeah,
else.
like, and that's a part of also too looking at love through like these 6 pillars, right? Like, through the love of self, through the love of humanity in general, through the love of friendships, through the love of pleasure, and not necessarily just even sexual pleasure, just delight, whimsy, art, right? That love of that. Through romantic love. And so there are various different ways you can get it. You don't require everything
from your partner.
Yeah, but
I
there are
think that's the
specific
thing,
things. Like,
too.
I actually do genuinely require for my romantic partner to like be excited about my work. I think I do. You know, some people are like, that's separate. I like love that.
Yeah.
And I need that.
Yeah.
I don't need it for my sister. But when I go to bed at night, it's what I'm thinking. And so if you're the person beside me, I don't want to pick up the phone and call somebody. I want to talk to you, and I want you to have ideas and be excited about it because I love what I do. I had kids because I love what I do. Point blank, period. I didn't think I wanted kids. I don't really like kids. I don't. And I have them and I still, don't.
Yeah, you're like, all right, kids, it's a lot now.
I'm like good at my job and I understand the job and I can find the joy in anything. I have a gift. I love life. So I know how to love and find the enjoyment in things. But I always say this to people because whenever you have small kids, people are like, I just want to tell you, like, just enjoy it. The best advice, if I can go back in time, I would tell myself, just enjoy it. I'm like, you know what? You don't have to tell people doing something enjoyable. Just enjoy it. You don't. Yeah. It's just, I'm having fun. I'm never going to be at at a Beyonce concert.
Just enjoy it.
And then someone has to tap me and be like, just enjoy it. I'm fucking mission accomplished.
I'm enjoying it.
Yeah. I'm assignmenting. I'm enjoying this.
If
but
you have to say that, it's not enjoyable.
It's not, but it's also not the forever. You're only a kid for a very short period of time of your life. And I can find the joy in it, but it's just not naturally my joy. I wasn't going to be a daycare worker before I had kids. If I see your kid in the street, I don't want to talk to it for long. Didn't before and don't now.
I won't talk to it. I love that.
Yeah, but that's just my knowing truth. And I love that I knew that about myself because when I had kids, I didn't expect myself to feel differently. I didn't hate myself for not feeling differently, which I actually think has made the experience more enjoyable because it's something I can kind of laugh at inside of myself.
And the small amount I saw you be a mom when I was out, you're such a good mom.
Oh, I'm great. I'm great at it.
I know you are.
Yeah, because I understand the assignment, but I also acknowledge where I'm not great at it because I don't have that natural love. And I see in other moms where they have that. And best case scenario is that you love your children and you love the adults. I just know that I love adults and I'm going to do the best I can to love the hell out of my kids so that they love their adult life.
I love that.
I had kids because I was 34, living in a house with my best friend, my lover, my best romantic partner, my best orgasm giver, my business partner. We were on different floors doing our thing. We had an amazing lunch. I came upstairs and I was like, yo, life is fucking amazing. I should give this away to somebody. I should give life away to somebody. Like we have so much. We should do something. We should share this. And that is the ultimate way of sharing. And my only dream for my kids is that they have that moment one day in their life. They just love their life so much that they're like, yo, this is amazing.
This is fire.
Yeah, this is great.
Wow.
Like, let's do this again.
What did your husband say when you were like, had that epiphany? Did he not expect it?
I can't even, like, it's so crazy how like, even if you ask me about like birth and stuff, I'm like.
Did you have an epidural?
I did. Oh my, I could do a commercial for an epidural. I could literally, if epidural reached out and said I could do a commercial for that thing. Phenomenal. But he was just arms wide open, curious. He knew that I didn't want to have kids, but not that we didn't want to. It was just that it wasn't like a goal or immediate thing. And it wasn't for him either. So I feel like we had a lot of conversations and dialogues about it. I can't remember exactly what. I wish I could.
Okay. That was just interesting to me. Was he like, what? Like, nigga, we said we was never gonna get it. It's like, what you talking about? All this giving life away? Go get a dog. Yeah, I want babies one day. So we'll see. I always say, like, people ask me how many. I always say 8. That's like my number.
Wow.
I know it's nuts. But I'm like, you just never know. I could have one and be like, tie my tubes. I'm done. But I see... Like me, I just want a chaotic house. I say that. Yeah. Sit down. Go get your brother. Oh my gosh. I play around all the time. I role play by myself in the house.
You're really good at that.
So
you're one of the people that like will say something and I genuinely believe you.
I think, yeah. Oh, wow. I see it. So we'll see, baby, I'm working on what I need to be loved and I'm going to do this. What's the website again?
Let's called loversbyshan.com.
Loversbyshan.com. I'm going to do the whole thing.
Thank you.
Yes. So I have to sign up or anything? Just click the button.
No, I have a bunch of free resources. So the site is just an accumulation of, it's a space where people go who love and want the journey of living in their best, most euphoric, intimate life. to be as fun as the destination. And so I did a seminar this morning on low libido, and I did it with 3 doctors. I learned so much. Like, I have been talking about this for 20 years and I am still learning so much. So my services are for people who are not looking for the finish line, who are just like, yeah, I'm in this to live the most joyfully, fully loved, fully realized version of my intimate self.
Yes.
And I want to be with people who are doing the same.
I love
that. So I have a community. I have an app.
Community. You have an app?
I do have an app.
Baby girl.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then I have free resources in the site. I also trained in AI
What's
on
your
all of my
app?
work. Lovers by Shan.
Lovers by Shan.
Period. You know.
Oh my gosh.
What's your app going to be called?
LTTA app. And right now, you guys, if you're listening to this episode, you can go to lttaapp.com and sign up. It is out now. You can get on the wish list, VIP, beta only. You have to be invited.
I love wish list versus wait list.
Yeah, it's wish list.
That's great.
Yeah, like you're wishing to get in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are like little nuance. I had a wait list.
Yeah.
I should have had a wish list. I got to talk to you more.
Yeah, we got to do more things. More things. What do you have next? What's coming up next? Like, what are you working on?
No, that's it.
Would you ever? You said that's it. I just told you the website and the app. Bitch, don't.
I also think that you get one wish with people. Again, like going to the list, right? You can't have too many things, and people get overwhelmed.
Yeah.
So I just have one wish for people, which is to go to loversbyshan.com and check it out. And then there's a variety of things there. Some are free, some are behind a paywall, but hopefully something is there for you. And yeah, just explore.
When's the tour?
I don't know. I don't have any of that stuff figured out.
So cute. So cute. She is
it.
so adorable to me. When I was on her podcast, I was like, your eyes are mesmerizing me. Jesus. You're going on tour.
Okay, thank you.
You have to. Mm-hmm. You're going on tour. It's going to be sold out, girl. You're going to be in theaters.
Do you know what, though? Let me tell you a vulnerable thing, okay?
Okay.
Because I teach at a therapy office once a month in LA, and sometimes I can't get 7 people in there. So I'm like, how am I going to go on tour if I can't even? And those classes are they're pay what you can.
No,
you could come for a toonie. For anybody from Canada, you could come for a toonie. So
you're gonna go on tour.
Thanks.
You have such a cult following. Like, they love you. They get so much
in Ohio. Maybe I gotta find
let's
my
go
city.
to Columbus.
Let's go
to Arkansas. Let's go to Tennessee. Sold out is sold out, baby. I don't care if we down in Little Rock. We ain't gotta be in LA,
right?
We can go anywhere.
I don't want to be in
like,
LA.
We going on tour, like we. Bitch, this ain't French. No, you're going on tour. You need to be on a stage, on a couch with your audience there and touching the people. You touch so many women's lives. Mm-hmm. You've helped so many people.
I visualize
receive. That's just the enemy trying to scare you. I don't even sell 7. Girl, shut up.
The enemy is making people not buy tickets to my show.
We're gonna figure this out. We're gonna make a wish list. If y'all want to see her on the road, comment right now.
Okay.
Comment below. She is coming to a city near you very soon. I'm manifesting it.
I am in LA once a month at Scribble in Highland Park. So there's that too.
Start the fuck there. She's like, I've been doing it. Oh, thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me. So what a joy. Thank you. Thank you for all the visions.
Your articulation, bruh. I can't wait to articulate. That was on my vision board. I articulate my truth in my voice phenomenally. Mm-hmm. Articulation. You just have so much power, man. You're so cool to me. She's cool to me.
Thank you.
I know y'all heard the episode. She can articulate. She know how to talk. She don't use words like She don't say She don't say like. She talks.
I definitely say all those words.
Sometimes.
Let's just end because I don't want to talk myself out of a compliment.
Y'all, thank you for watching this episode. I hope you got some gems. She just gave so much. Like I said, I keep saying I can't wait to rewatch it because I love the tools that she gave me today. And y'all check her out. Go to her website and get the app. It's on the App Store. Get the LTTA app. Go to lttaapp.com. And yeah, go watch our episode that's on her platform. It's so freaking good. So please go support that. And thank you for watching. I'm signing out. B Simone. I'll see you guys next week on another episode of Let's Try This Again with my girl Shan. Bye.